Oh,
Good evening,
buddy.
good evening. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kel.
Oh, welcome to the show. You are here on a very early and very special edition of the Qtr Sports Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Kevlar Treat 'em Swell. And yes, coming in from a different studio, I am still treating them well. Joined with me, as always, Mr. Skip from Skip's Trophies and More, and Mr. Diamond Dirty Depot live. Fellas, happy National Championship Monday, even though I truly believe the national championship for college football should be played on a Saturday. Who am I? That's above my pay grade. But, Mr. Skip, you are our resident Canes fan. Give me the breakdown of what your team is going to do tonight.
Okay. We're not going to shock the world from a Miami Hurricanes perspective. We're going to win the football game. Everybody else seems to think that we're just such an underdog and we're so woe is me. We're going to play football, folks. And for everybody that's holding, that's squeezing your little man parts, you're ready for them to burst. It'll be a football game tonight, Pep. That boy's going to experience some pressure I don't think he experienced all year. And it's going to be a football game because just like we got to stop them, they got to stop us. And I think we're coming in with the better defense. So, you know, for all y'all that don't like me for whatever reason or don't like the Hurricanes because we the better team, just hold on for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then, you know, keep that same energy after the game because unlike most fans, when their team lose, they don't answer the phone. If we lose, I'm going to pick it up every call. So you ain't got to worry. I ain't going to hide nowhere. I'm going to be the fan that I am. True.
That's a fact.
Get on Facebook. Nick first called me. I'm going to block my phone. I ain't that dude. I ain't that. I am a true fan. So, yeah. But keep that same energy now. I don't want nobody to say, you know what? I just knew y'all were going to win. Won't want to hear that. Won't want to hear it because somebody called me today telling me.
Let's put the right narrative out there first.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's put the right. I'm still calling Indiana to win, but I called him this morning and I said, with the way that every talking head on the TV, on Instagram, everybody's just so high on Indiana that it's the perfect makings for Miami to come out there and stomp them. That was what I said.
You did. And see, I also told him that I wasn't going to acknowledge that after we win the game because you picked Indiana to win. I said that. I told him that. So the reason I brought it up is because what people, armchair quarterbacks, us, anybody that's not a professional, that hasn't been a professional, that think they know more than everybody else, what we fail to realize is the game is not played in the media. The commentators are not playing the game. Because they did play it, don't mean they can play it now at the level it's being played at. So because they've beaten the teams they've beaten, they ain't beat Miami. We were slated to lose to the three teams we just mollywopped in the playoffs. We were underdogs by double digits in one of those. Only one of them we was underdogs by double digits. But we still beat them. They were ranked higher than us for whatever reason because, you know, that's what the people say should happen. So just because the talking heads like Kevin like to say, oh, well, they're going to do this, they're going to, because they did it to Alabama, makes them going to do it to everybody? No, because they did it to Oregon. They beat Oregon twice this year. So that shouldn't have been a surprise. Oh, but because they scored 50 points, that's what it is. Come on, man. Y'all seen our defense. And if you didn't, you're going to see it tonight. Go ahead, D.
Well, I do believe this is the last college football game of the season. And neither one of us here in this circle thought we would see Indiana or Miami in the national championship. We can't say we did. This is a feat that Mendoza, the Indiana's quarterback, is trying to pull off since Devontae Smith, a Heisman Trophy winner, trying to win a national championship. It really doesn't happen that often. We will see. The odds, the numbers don't match up when they play in a national championship. They really don't win sometimes. But I'm going to side with Skip, even though I don't trust Skip's quarterback. Skip don't even trust his own quarterback. But if they keep Carson Beck from throwing the ball from 10 to 15 times, Miami control the game, they will win this game. I got Miami 21-17. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because the problem is if Miami's pass rush can get to Mendoza, and his film coming out now showing Mendoza really is not he's a systematic quarterback. And Miami has already seen him last year at California where he transferred in from. So it's a lot of speculation, a lot of storylines going on here. And Miami's playing at home. I think this is I can't remember a national champion playing at home. Outside, I take that back. Georgia played in the Dome against Alabama, but I'm saying far as how the Hurricane. But
that's not their home field, though. That's not their home field.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. As the Hurricane mystique it is down in South Florida. So this will be a big turnaround for the program. Calling the ACC week. We've been picking at the ACC the last couple of years. This will bust the tournament, the playoff system wide open because they did not believe that an ACC team would make it this far, even how the brackets were set up. But, yeah, I'm going Mendoza. Ain't his name Bain? We got Bain at the end over there. Mm-hmm. He's a monster. The other young man that's on the other end, they got two bookends on both sides, and it might be a party at the quarterback tonight. That's what we might see. But it's going to come down, in my opinion, whoever, again, this is what I hang my hat on. Whoever wins the turnover battle wins the game. Miami can create turnovers with pressure. Miami established the run, they will win the football game.
Well said. All right, Skip. Final score. You said 20. Oh, go ahead, D.
Yeah, 21-17 is what I'm going with.
I see 28-20. I see 28-20, maybe 35-27, 28. Touchdown. 7 to 10 points is going to be the decider. I think it's going to be that.
Because, did we get the spread? I'm sorry, Skip. Did we get the
spread? They were favored by 8.5. Let me look real quick.
Oh, wow.
Last I checked, they were favored by 8.5, and they are favored now by
7.5.
7. Oh, it went down. Yeah, 7.5 now. It was 8.5 last week.
24-31.
Ooh.
Indiana.
Yes.
Indiana. Okay.
Cool.
People here, everybody hit the like button, share. We got numerous streams going on Facebook, YouTube. We got Twitch going. Feel free to comment.
I didn't know we had Twitch now. Look at that.
Yeah, we've been at Twitch. We had Twitch for a while. Comment, share. We'll really appreciate it and give y'all opinion.
You're right. Oh, he read shit. Don't have time for
that shit. Your shit. You see it? Any of this shit.
Oh, let me read the rest of it.
Shit.
And number 6 is the best one. Anything that they got shit to do with me. Boom.
Kent, don't influence.
Right.
Kent, don't influence. Don't influence. He is
go
ahead, Kent.
Speaking of shit that don't have shit to do with me, the Falcons have hired their new head coach, Kevin Stefanski. We don't have our resident Falcons fan here tonight.
He's on the way back.
He's on the way. All right. Well, we still need to talk
about
this.
This is what the Falcons will never see if they don't know how to run their front office. And Matt Ryan made one fuck up already. Excuse me for cutting you off, Kev. I'm sorry, but that don't make no sense.
So, with they going off a resume, Kev and Skip, yes, he has 2 Coach of the Year awards. But in the last 2 years, he's won, 2 games?
6.
Now, we hear a bias because we were looking at the fact of how we feel that he handcuffed, not letting Shador play. I think it was something going on in the front office up there in Cleveland. We don't know. We just, because we're speculating ourselves. But at the same time, I don't understand the hire. But if we're looking at the teams, if we're just looking at a roster, the Falcons are in a situation here where they really don't have a quarterback, in my opinion. Michael Penix is injury prone. You got a aging quarterback in a Kirk Cousins. You don't have a first-round pick. Now, the first-round pick they do have, which is Pierce that they got this year, he played really well for you, and the kid out of Georgia. So you got a nucleus of what you got. But I hope Falcon fans don't think in this first year, this man being the head coach, ain't no playoffs.
Ain't gonna be no playoffs, period.
The
man shows. I'm sorry, D. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, don't get me wrong. You 3 field goal kicks away from winning 3 games. Now, I give you that. The games will be competitive, but I don't know if he skipped align with the city. Can he reach the culture and reaching the players here at Atlanta? But go ahead, Skip.
Number one, Atlanta don't have Cleveland's defense. Period. Nowhere close. They're not in the same stratosphere. Number two, no head coach in the history of coaching any sport ignores their key player. In other words, NFL coaches don't ignore your quarterback. You don't just turn your back or walk off and let somebody else talk to them. Baseball coaches don't ignore the pitcher. They are the leaders, the point guard or whoever, the Jordans of the world, the Kobe's of the world. The coach talked to them first. This coach has shown on national TV that he in there only because Dylan Gabriel is hurt. You gave him the wrong wristband and sent him into a game. You're calling plays that you know he don't see because you gave him the wrong stuff. Timeouts, you turn your back and walk and talk to a defensive coach, and your quarterback stand on the sideline looking around like, who am I supposed to talk to? But you bring him here where you got a black quarterback and a predominantly black fan base here in the city, in the state rather, that want this man to succeed, Penix, and you know damn well that he don't, in my opinion, and I ain't call him a racist, but what else is it? What else could it be?
Didn't Stefanski have some type of connection to a beef with Dion back in the day?
That's
I don't necessarily.
That's false. That was false news.
It's a black quarterback.
That was false news. They tried to say that his wife is related to the guy that no, that's false. That had nothing to do with it.
I don't want to say that, Skip. What I believe he is, he wants to be quote unquote the smartest person in the room. So you will have coaches that have superstar players, and what they will do is, I ain't gonna say sabotage, but they want to be the one like they made the decision. I do believe in that situation up there, his hand got forced with injuries and so forth, where you had a GM say, okay, you don't want to play Shador, I'm going to trade Flacco away. Now you're going to have to make a decision. The other kid got hurt. So with this situation, as we move forward, because this is a whole nother situation, let's think about it. Harbaugh supposed to take the Giant job, right?
Yep.
We see now that you have Buffalo just fired their coach today.
Miami fired theirs. Flores need to be the Falcons coach. That's the person that can get Penix in position to win. I don't know what Matt Ryan doing.
So you got when he has the thing with Flores got a pending lawsuit going with Miami. I don't know where it is right now. But we got, like I said, you got Buffalo job is open. You got Arizona, Tennessee. Who else we have on that list? Baltimore job is still open.
The Cardinals?
So, I say Arizona.
Okay.
So you got
the Ravens, Baltimore.
I said Baltimore.
Okay.
So, but you just got Buffalo's job. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
I do not agree with them firing Sean McDermott.
Well, he been on the fence the last 3 years, but I'm sitting up here.
But he shouldn't have been, though. If you think, well, look at what's been happening. It's been flukes. Your boy got hurt last year a little bit, the quarterback. This year it was just
somebody turned. We'll get to that. Somebody turned the ball over a lot in that game now. But
but that ain't the quarter. That ain't the coach's fault.
So I know that I'm agreeing with you. So my thing is, was this the only pick for the Falcons? Because we didn't hear nothing, but Harbaugh came and talked to y'all first. Y'all let Harbaugh walk. When they say this guy was getting a second interview, I say he finna be the coach. The thing is, when you hear Skip Bayless come out and say he's finna ruin the talent that the Falcons have on the offensive side of the ball now. Skip, you was right. They had Myles Garrett on defense over there. No Falcon defensive player can compare to Myles Garrett by hands down. But on the offensive side of the ball, the Falcons are loaded if they get the right person at quarterback.
That's where Flores would have been major at.
Well, Flores
he's an offensive genius.
No, Flores is a defensive coach. Skip.
Okay.
He run the
Look
defense
at what he did with an injury-prone tour.
So,
man had him in MVP conversation.
No, that ain't Flores. That's Mike McDaniel. That's who they just fired. Flores is the Minnesota DN.
Okay. Who's the head coach for the Dolphins?
McDaniel.
Okay, he got fired too.
Yeah, he got fired.
Okay, but that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I said Flores. McDaniel should be here. Look at what he did with Tua when they said concussion, he ain't gonna do nothing. He put up MVP numbers until he got sacked them 3 times back to back and had another concussion scare, and they took him back out for the rest of the season.
Well, I can agree with you on that, but I think what the issue is, Matt Daniel was here before. You see what I'm saying? As the quarterback coach when Matt Ryan was here. So I think, you can agree to that. But this is the issue. This is Matt Ryan, because you don't even have a GM yet. So this is Matt Ryan's first time, and I guess they trying to go after your team model. John Lynch being a first-time GM, going after the other guy. I forgot the other guy. That's another GM that was a former player. I don't know I just don't know what the Falcons are doing.
There's no goal. That's what they're doing. Matt Ryan is going to perpetuate the stigma of what the Falcons have been, and we've always said they're going to get y'all hopes up to just come crashing down like a Red Bull high. That's pretty much what it is. Matty Ice going to come in, and he know this because he's ex-quarterback. Okay, cool. We've seen former players become hell of a GMs. He's the president, not the GM. So you go hire a coach, and now you got to hire a GM that's going to cater to the coach. That don't make sense to me. Oh my goodness! Y'all go. I got to
real quick before we go into the conference championship games this weekend. I do want to add that I have found it pretty funny that for years Falcons fans, we always talk about it. They always wanted to get Matt Ryan up out of there. And as soon as he was announced as getting hired as the president of the company, it was the second coming. You know when they say the grass ain't all, the grass may be greener because it's fertilized with shit? That's what Falcons fans are finding out over the last couple of years.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thank you. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey. All right. Well, real quick, because I'm running on time here. I got about 10 minutes. We're just going to jump to the conference championship so we can get into this past weekend's games while we're talking about it. So first up, and hey, really with my new opinion, a free ride to the Super Bowl, the Patriots are going to the Bo Nix-less Denver Broncos. He fractured a bone, Bo Nix, the quarterback for Denver, fractured a bone in his foot on the second to last play in overtime the other day, and he will be out for the season.
So
I believe the Patriots will take this game.
This is Kev, I gotta lean toward this. Now, this is what I want everybody to think about. Look at that franchise of the Patriots. They've been irrelevant for 3 years since Brady left. Look what they did.
6, D.
Brady been gone 5 or 6 years now. He been retired.
Okay, yeah, it's been 6 years.
Okay, well, I'm saying the last 3 years that we know, it ain't take them but 3 years to get this thing back going. And I'm saying in the last 3 years. So if you think about it, they got rid of a Hall of Fame coach. Brady walked on his own, but they got rid of a Hall of Fame coach. They got their salary cap under control. They brought in Mike Vrabel. They got their quarterback last year was a rookie. He's almost I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but the type of quarterback they need to fit what they do. They get McDaniel back at the offense, the OC. They got their defense in play, and it looked like the old Patriots playing again.
But think about it. That's all Belichick's people.
And that tree. And this is where a franchise has a model This is how our franchise will be built. We're going to continue to do this. His team did it in the 80s and early 90s. You got what the Cowboys did in the early 90s. Everybody has a model that they stick by. And look what New England possibly on the cusp of being out in Santa Clara at the Super Bowl.
But now watch this. Guess who is not going to work for? Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well,
there's not a coach out there can do what Colford, what's his name? Before the last coach. Cower. I said Colford. Cower and your boy that just let go. Oh, he walked away. but anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead with your pages. I'm sorry.
So but again, now we got them going up to Denver. The only thing Denver got right now that's helping is a defense in the altitude. Because Gary Stidham now, remember he used to be New England's quarterback. This supposed to be a guy that's supposed to took over for Brady, Belichick, one of Belichick's picks at quarterback up there that didn't work out. So there's a bunch of storylines going on here, but that's the only thing. I think it might be a struggle. We might be defense, but I'm picking New England.
Real quick, because I know we got to move. I'm picking Denver because the quarterback, yes, even though he's an integral part of the offense, he isn't their whole offense. If the quarterback can get in there and do what Purdy did when he was thrust into the starting lineup, just don't turn the ball over. Dink and dunk and dink and dunk. Denver's defense is still going to show up. I'm telling you.
Hey,
I'm picking Denver.
Bo is in the chat on my Facebook. He said I'm being petty because I'm wearing San Francisco colors.
But I'm not. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. Since you're in the chat board, I know you can hear me. The petty part is we whoop them.
So I'm not being petty.
I know, but I'm just letting him know.
Come on.
Go ahead, Kel.
All right. Well, over on the other side of things, the NFC has to go through Seattle. The Rams are going to Seattle to play the Seahawks, and I'm telling you, man, that Seattle defense is a nightmare for anybody. Give me the Seahawks.
I need you at the podium because we ain't heard from Sonny yet, but you, sir, answered the phone. You answered the phone. You did respond to text. I need you at the podium right now to address what we witnessed. You come out there with your big jukebox, and let's go from there.
Okay, but those were a lot of young players, first time getting playoffs, first time getting spotlight and prime time, what have you. That's just ego, wanting to make themselves think something was going to happen that wasn't going to happen. Now, I said to everybody that called me and trash talked me for the hours after the game, I answered every call. But I did say this, and I said I'm not making an excuse. You take Hall of Famer Bosa, potential Hall of Famer Warner, potential Hall of Famer Kittle, possible Hall of Famer my running back. I can't say his name.
McCaffrey.
And sit him on the bench. And you think my team had a chance to win? Now, ain't no excuses. They beat this. They whooped us. That's what they were supposed to do. That's what you do as a sports team when there's a chance that Purdy could have caught on fire and just made these guys out to be the next big-time wide receivers like Brady would do with no-name receivers and go to Super Bowl. So when you get your foot on the neck, you crush their throat. That's what they did. Respect to them. I want them to score 70 points. That'll make you realize, stop letting Debo go for a fourth-round pick. That still stings right now. A fourth-round pick for Debo? Anyway. They whooped us, man.
Skip, I'll tell you what stings. DeMarcus Lawrence requested a trade this past season from the Dallas Cowboys, and he said, I will never win a Super Bowl in Dallas. And look where he's headed right now, to the NFC Championship game with Seattle as one of their best players.
But I gotta say this. There's so many storylines on that Seattle team because you think about it. They get rid of they get rid of DK. They got rid of Lockett. They got rid of Russell Wilson. They got rid of Geno Smith. And they got rid of Pete Carroll. This looks like they don't even call themselves the Legion of Boom. They got another name, Dark Side. They call something else. That defense is ferocious.
Yeah, but the Legion of Boom was a little bit more ferocious. That safety that they had with the Legion, I can't think his name.
Cam Chancellor.
He was the reason they called them the Legion of Boom because he was breaking it. I don't care who you were, he was laying wood. Every play.
That's a fact.
That's where the Legion of Boom came from. But I don't think this defense is as good as Legion of Boom was.
Now, this is my thing. Because we're gonna get to it. Skip, they jumped on y'all like game busters.
They did.
Y'all did
opening kickoff.
Shanahan again, the whole year, in my opinion, did a hell of a coaching job being with all the injuries and things of that nature. And it just caught up to him. And like your offensive lineman said,
injuries.
They were playing with house money anyway because of all the injuries that went on. So they weren't even expected to be there. Kudos to your team and the coaching job they did. It just finally caught up with them. But Seattle, I'm gonna say this: I don't believe they're going to the Super Bowl.
He say the puppy bill closed in Athens.
My God. Tars, you ain't got nothing else to do. We don't even talk about George. But at the end of the day, Seattle did jump on y'all like game busters.
Yeah. And they showed that they were ready in all three aspects of the football game.
Yeah.
They didn't come to play. It's almost like when you got varsity scrimmage against JV. We might let y'all make a basket, but we finna show y'all why we on varsity. So that's what they did. They didn't let us do nothing. Purdy had a bunch of bad passes. 2 of the interceptions that he threw it straight to the other team. There wasn't no chance for the receiver to catch it. But it's part of being flustered, them playing good defense. Shout out to Seattle, man. I don't think y'all gonna beat the Rams, but shout out to Seattle.
And in the nightcap, we had Chicago versus the Rams. I took the Rams. Skip, who did you go with?
I picked Chicago.
You picked Chicago. Let me say this.
Goal if they missed that game.
Hey,
Chicago.
This is a new, for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new NFL compared to what I grew up with, Skip grew up with. Kev is getting the new age of the NFL now. Even when he was a kid, he didn't see what was going on far as he's going for it on 4th downs in the red zone. And it's like we are seeing Madden getting played in real life now. Where people are going for it on 4th down, and it's 4th and 5, 6, 7, 8, where usually they would kick a field goal and get the 3 points. And some of these points are coming back to hunt some of these teams.
Yeah, beat them. They could have won the
game. And I'm not understanding, but I'm gonna say this: Chicago, y'all got a quarterback. We gave that boy hell. We gave him hell the last 2 years, and especially his last year in college. But Chicago, y'all got a quarterback now. More, as we seen on the film, I don't know if you've seen this, Skip, that last interception he threw, wide receiver one was lollygagging out there, and then he run the route properly. So that's neither here or there, but I'm going to tell you, y'all got a quarterback, but this is what it's going to come down to, in my opinion. The Rams got the better veteran quarterback, Sam Darnold versus Matthew Stafford. If you was betting, a betting man, I'm taking Matthew Stafford. I'm sorry, I got to, and Sean McVay. They've been there. They know how to do it. They're going on the road. They didn't won 2 games on the road. And I think that's why I picked whoever won this game was going to the Super Bowl. They had Seattle beat the last time, and they let them off the hook because of what? You're going for 2 points down in the damn red zone, and you had no business doing it. And you lost. You lost the game. So 2 games in a row, they didn't have Seattle beat. This last one they played, they lost to it. So I'm telling you, this defense, I ain't gonna say it's as hellacious as Seattle, but they can play with them. But they got two all-pro wide receivers. They got a running game, and they got a veteran quarterback that knows how to play the game and has won. Sam Darnold, in my opinion, he already nicked, and he will turn the ball over.
Yeah, he's prone to do that. And Matthew Stafford has been there. He got him one. You get what I'm saying? Now he ain't got the defense he had the year that they won, but he know what he needs to do. He know how the game needs to be managed. So that's a Cam Newton statement there. Game manager. But I picked the Rams, man, over Seattle. Seattle's defense is going to show up in the first half, and I think they're going to get overwhelmed with that run game right in their face. So we'll see.
So that's what we have right now, man. So we looking like, so you guys, Seattle and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Excuse me, I'm sorry. St. Louis. What am I talking about? St. Louis Rams. The LA Rams and New England in the Super Bowl, which will be very interesting. Did you know this fun fact? So you going with Denver?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I said no choosing Denver.
This is a fun fact. Sean McVay has more playoff wins than Mike Tomlin. I think it's some more coaches. I was counting it up, but Mike Tomlin is the one that really stood out to me the years that he has been with Pittsburgh, and Sean McVay hasn't even turned 40 yet, Skip.
But see, the thing about it is Tomlin was 1-out. He'd been the coach for 19 years and never had a losing season. Some of those winning records didn't make the playoffs. Because he was 8-6, 9-7.
8-8.
Sometimes he just didn't make the playoffs. So when he went on the Super Bowl run with Big Ben, that was 3 wins. So what he has, like 6 or 7?
It ain't. I tell you what,
it's not double digits.
It's not double digits.
Right. So I can see that happening. So people always think just because you had a winning record, it means you made the playoffs. No, the AFC has been real strong in that division. So yeah, I can see that. But that's neither here nor there. Well, Sean McVay does have a Super Bowl, so I was just gonna say he ain't got the ring yet, but he did get one.
Antonio, we can rehash it. Since if you want to have an opinion or you want to chime in with it, we did talk about the Falcons hiring Stefanski as their new head coach. Right now, they still don't have a GM in place. Now, Skip, he's agreed that he wants to help with them getting a GM. I don't understand why. They kept.
If that's the case, they should have hired Harbaugh.
They kept.
GM would have been lining up to coach him.
They kept the defensive coordinator in place. They still got to fill some holes. But Mr. Woods, we trying to figure out. We don't agree with the hire. That's not the pick that I was looking at the Falcons to go. I do think the fan base, they will lose more ticket holders than they had before. I just don't see what direction the team is. They are changing the uniforms. Out of that, they're getting out of that mess they've been winning. So new
uniforms don't mean nothing.
Yeah, they just
got new uniforms. They did nothing. So.
Yeah, so I don't know if we don't know what's going on right now. We don't know how healthy Penix is. Everybody's picking, saying that Flacco might be on the team. But go ahead, Skip.
Antonio, now since you're just tuning in, we did talk. I talked about what coach I thought they should have hired. He even said the coach that he thought that should have been here could have possibly been better. Well, all of them could have been a better pick than what they got. But who do you think they should have hired as a head coach, Antonio? Because you evidently are a Falcon fan. Type that in the chat for me. Because I think McDaniel from Miami, when they fired him, the Falcons should have brought him up here immediately. The man is an offensive genius, one of the ones that can put Penix in position to succeed versus not. Penix ain't going to play this year. That's what I see right now. With the way Stefanski has been with his black quarterbacks, I don't see Penix playing this year. They're going to put it off to trying to get him completely healthy for next year, 27, blah, 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 blah. Or he's going to treat him the same way he treated Shador, in my opinion. So I don't know if this is Matt Ryan saying, hey, we're going to go find us a quarterback to put in there until the meantime. You're tanking the season for maybe a quarterback to come out. You want to get the Manning boy because I think he's coming out next year. So we'll see. Or he could possibly be waiting on the Indiana cat because he's staying and he's going to come out next year. So,
but Indiana cat coming out. He ain't got no reason. He coming out still.
I thought they said he was staying.
The kid from Oregon is staying.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Hey, real quick, just something I want to touch on since you mentioned Dante Moore. I saw a report earlier today that a lot of college kids who entered the portal are trying to go back to their schools, and they're not able to return because of their spot's already been filled. And now it's talking about how there's a bunch of basically makeshift agents out there with this new NIL era that have no clue what they're doing, and telling kids to go, hey, you can go to the portal and have a way better shot at getting more money somewhere else, and then they're not needed anymore.
Yeah, but I number one, as trying to think like a teenager, you're not used to this money. So if you're getting $5 million here, hypothetical, and somebody with me, you can get 7 over here. Now, math is always going to be math. 2 and 2 is going to be 4. I don't care what new math or old math you use, it's still going to be that. There's no football rookies, unless you're the number 1 draft pick, that's going to be making $5 million a year. So if you can make that in college for a less strenuous season, 10 to 12 games versus 17 to possibly 20 games, yeah, I think I would do that too. But again, this is what the NIL brings. So, we gon' because
this is the last game that we will see tonight where you see NIL involved. Did you see, Skip, y'all already signed y'all quarterback for next year? You didn't give him a multi-year deal already to come from Duke. He's signing contracts with Adidas and so forth and so on. It's up to $10 million that this kid is finna garner coming down to used to be Clark Gables, but we gonna say South Beach. And
Coral Gables, sir, not Clark.
I'm sorry, Coral Gables.
Wasn't Duke like a default ACC championship member? Wasn't that
yes.
Weren't they like 7-5?
No, they've always been ACC. They've been a basketball school.
They won.
No. I'm saying this past year, didn't they go like 7-5?
And they won. And they won.
And they won ACC.
Yeah, they won ACC. Hey, Mama. Miss Carmen in the chat.
Hey, Miss Carmen.
But there you go again when we looking at this. This is the president that we seeing. My only thing with it is the development of these players. We already know they're talented because they're playing D1 football. We know that. But in Skip's case, Skip's University in Miami will be going on a 3rd quarterback coming in of NIL. So are we now throwing away the scholarship? Because now we're seeing that these players are signed.
That's one of the scholarships, though. I mean, they're not throwing it away, but they got to still have a scholarship for them.
That's what I'm saying. But you hear now, they re-up for another year. Now that we see what's going on, Ms. Carmen can speak to it because her baby boy was playing at a high level. That these scholarships are year-to-year based. Now with the money involved. Because now at the end of the season, you're going back in saying, just hypothetically, if we're looking at it as a pro athlete, because they're getting paid, I outperform my contract. So I made $1 million. Now I'm looking at the other running back that didn't lead the league in rushing, the nation in rushing, but I did. So do I garner $4 million?
And I think that's what's going to have the portal full of deadbeats, so to speak. You think that you're going to go somewhere else and make all this extra money because you had one breakout season. Sometimes, now, what about this? You got an all-American offensive line. You're going to leave that and go somewhere else because of what you did? That's going to play a lot into it, too. And I think, like what Kim said about these agents getting in these children's ears, they're going to have to start acting as if they're already professional athletes. They're getting paid. So, look, this is best for you to stay here and make this millionaire because there's still a bigger paycheck waiting on you versus you go somewhere and blow your knee out, then all that money goes away.
Now watch this. We seen a kid 3 years ago, when Langston Hughes played against Carrollton. Braylon Hicks' son, shout out to Braylon. His son, remember that kid, the running back, broke his ankle on the first play? So he ended up getting a scholarship. He went to the University of West Georgia. As of yesterday, we got information. Guess where he's going, Skip? University of Colorado with Juju. So Juju's running back. So he signed on. He's left West Georgia. He's going to the University of Colorado. And there you go again. He went and got himself healthy. He performed at a level. Dion had a spot for him. Now he's up there with Juju, his former quarterback. And that's the thing. That's why I'm like, it's got to the point, no matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you go. We've seen HBCU kids. Georgia just got a kid out of HBCU. He's a monster playing. We don't know how he's going to perform on a level, but he's damn near twice skip side playing tackle. So you're going to see these kids.
Well, you got to think, I'm tackle size.
That's what I'm saying. So you ain't 6'8" either.
Yeah, you're right. I'm 6'4".
So
I get around.
So
you're breaking up, Kev.
Yeah, you are finding now, it's almost like college teams got to get a player personnel person, which they probably have on the staff, to go find these gems all around the country. You know what I'm saying? That you be like, okay, we might have a spot for this kid, and all we got to give him is maybe $500,000 because this small school can't afford to keep it. I'm like, it's crazy to me.
But see, that's just the same thing. That's the same process as us re-upping with a quarterback. Eventually, the recruiting trail is gonna be, you're gonna have to lead with money. Think about that. If every year you're going to get this, we went and got Cam Ward, then we went and got Bo, whatever his name is, and now we just signed a Duke quarterback. You see what I'm saying? So every year we're getting a quarterback that's proving himself somewhere else, or maybe on a lower tier, versus recruiting that next monster and working with it. So what we're trying to do is win right now. It's the win now era of the NIL, because we're throwing money at it, and eventually it's going to be, the recruits are going to say, you know what, I just go to the junior college, and now you got to pay me double the money or whatever you want to bring me in, and that's just crazy.
And Ms. Carmen, that's what we getting at now, because like you say, per season, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, we know, because they're not going to give us all the specifics that we want to know, but we know the players on our team, how many catches they got to get a bonus, and how many this is that, whatever. I'm just trying to figure out what's the scale in the NCAA for we need to go get a running back. Like Miami.
I saw something about the portal where they said that top tier quarterbacks range from $2 to $6 million. Top tier receivers are from $1 to $3 million. Top tier linebackers and O linemen are between 1 and 5. That's what they were saying, that the people in the portal, the superstars in the portal, that's what they can expect from schools cherry picking them. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure how accurate that was. I think I saw it on TikTok, but that makes sense. If you leave Division II in rushing and you jump in the portal, you can look to get between those two numbers when you didn't make nothing in Division II. You get what I'm saying? So,
and it's interesting that you say that, because this is what I noticed too, Skip. If you go on these websites that you can see the whole list of people in the portal. So you was a 5-star last year. Let's say you was a 5-star. I don't understand how when you jump in the portal, you lose your star, and now you're a 4-star. Same thing. We just seen another shout out to Aaron Nolan. He found him a home. He's on his 3rd team now, and he's at the University of Memphis. So he's been to Ohio State. He sat behind on Kev's team. He's been to South Carolina. Now he's at Memphis. I want the kid to get to play because we seen a talent in front of us a couple of years back.
Yeah,
He'll play in Memphis. He'll play in Memphis.
The talent level is different from a Memphis schedule than an Ohio State schedule, than a South Carolina schedule. Memphis is going to play 1 or 2 powerhouses versus somebody like South Carolina playing 7 top 10 teams.
In a row.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry?
I said
he agreed.
Yeah, I just said
so Aaron Nolan was good when we saw him really at his peak, but I don't think he's going to prove himself at Memphis. He might go down there and he might do what Cam Newton did. You know what I mean? And then say, okay, look at me. But I just don't see it. Memphis has nothing for him to really shine with.
I gotta stop you there, Skip. The last couple of years, Memphis has been one of those teams that has a great season. I mean, they were like 8-0 at some point this season. But I mean, yeah, they're not playing top tier competition, but hey, you got to win the conference you're in.
You're right. You're right.
You got to win the conference you're in. All right, fellas. Well, we are down to 14 minutes until kickoff. As y'all can see, I am on the way to the house. Do we have anything else to get into before we wrap this thing on up?
Super Bowl picks. Real quick. Kev, what you pick?
Seahawks and Patriots.
Okay, I pick the Rams and the Broncos.
Yeah, I would have went Broncos and Rams myself, but due to the injury, I am going Patriots and Rams. Right now I'm looking at the veteran leadership of Matthew Stafford with the Rams over Donaldson. I just think and Donaldson is nicked also, and you got Bo Nix. That's a major blow for Sean Payton and company. Even though I think that out of the two games, I think that one will be a more low-scoring game, Skip, New England and the Broncos. Because as we see...
That's why I think New England Broncos are going to win. Because they're not going to get blown out of the water.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to me, those two games.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the only
real quick.
Dog in the fight. Y'all get ready to watch the Hurricanes perform, you hear me?
Now, let's say this. Last week, he was top dog. He had two. He was all the one. So he right now, he 0 for 1 going down in the 9th inning. He 0 for 1 right now. He coming up. No. I'm giving you some problems. You 0 for 1. You're bad. You were 2 for 2 last week. Now
that was last week. We talking about the night player.
So right now,
see nothing else.
Right now, this is his bread and butter right here. Ain't nobody studying no 49ers, Lakers, Braves, nothing. This is bread. This is bread and butter. This the older joker I know. He got a team on every coast. All I know is this.
Most of my teams are in California, except for the Braves and the Hurricanes. That's
so
it.
This man right here, this is his bread and butter tonight. So everybody on here got a national championship right now in their franchises. I mean, at their university, because I'm giving Kev his basketball team. So, but
our basketball team is on fire right now too.
No, I'm giving you problems. Now, how you gonna do that? I'm telling you, your basketball team got one. You got one. I can't take that from you.
The women's basketball team.
The best coach. Let me stop.
Forget it.
So, but there we go. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Kev, do your thing.
Well, hey, real quick, I just wanted to say that I called it last week, so I'm going to call it again this week. I was wrong on the timing of Nicky Manwari's pick six, but I knew he was going to have one. I don't see a pick six in this game against the Rams, but I'm going to predict a forced fumble from Nicky Manwari, the rookie defensive player of the year, soon to be crowned. All right. Thank you so much.
I'm happy.
Hey, man, I like seeing I've watched that kid since he was in high school, man. It's cool following him all the way through and seeing him do good. South Carolina native.
That's good. Oh, we'll talk about that later because you signed one of Georgia players up there, Nitro Tugger, and I wanted your opinion on that. That's one of the guys that got caught speed racing down there in Athens, and he went up to Purdue, and now he's on your squad, which I think that's probably the best receiver y'all done had, and who knows when, that y'all could probably get the ball to. I'm just wondering, is he going to keep his head straight?
Shane Beamer. Well, here's one thing I can tell you. There's a little bit more to do in Columbia than Athens, so maybe that can help. But I say this with a grain of salt because I saw this last season. Shane Beamer is absolutely killing it in recruiting and the portal. However, that has to translate to wins. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the gets we're getting. But show me on the field. Because we had all this hype and shit last year. We had all these great players coming in, and then we had nothing on the offensive side of the ball.
And see, this is what we're talking about. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Little Skip. I really don't understand this. You left Army, you came to Georgia, now you're back in the transfer portal again, and you're going to Purdue. And a total of 3 seasons, Skip, 3 seasons, this young man has totaled 49 tackles, 7.5 sacks, and 1 pass defense in 3 seasons. Now, I'm not knocking you for doing what you got to do because I just don't get it. And everybody says Georgia's practice is like the tell-all when it comes. But just my opinion, are you going to the university for the money or what? Because this, to me, and I'm not knocking the kid, but you leave Georgia to go to Purdue? Or even a Miami, you leave a Miami to go to, I'm just talking, Arkansas?
But see, that's the thing. NIL is making it now
to where that'll be a conversation.
He broke up. But they're making it now to, like Ms. Carmen said, they're going to have to revamp the whole thing because it's gotten out of hand. And it's not fair because you can pluck these superstars from winning teams like what you just showed, just dangling money in front of them. And you'd be a fool not to take that kind of, we don't know what he got, but I'm quite sure it's 6 digits, 7 digits. It's got to be. Like when Carson Beck left Georgia, I'm like, that's stupid. You leaving a championship team, a team you won 2 rings with. For what? Then I realized they gave him all that money. Okay, what's the money? You just happened to fall into a good team because you had no idea they was going to be this good. Miss me with that. But
this is the NCAA that we in now, and we will constantly keep seeing these jersey swaps all the time. And you ask yourself, well, damn, why this kid? Kev lost some players, you lost some players. I mean, you lost players right after y'all just won a game to go to the national championship. You got people jumping in the portal.
But now those players weren't playing. Those players, they weren't playing at all, so that's why they left.
But I'm saying I get that, but me personally, I don't know the significance of you better sign now and you ain't gonna get your money or whatever it is or what's going on.
The portal was going to close.
Yeah. So, or whatever the case is, because at least, stay on, at least get your ring or get whatever you gonna get. Because you got some coaches feel like that's a slap in the face. You know what you're doing. You know whatever you got going on. Or they are giving the kids some type of inkling that, hey, you might need to go on and get in the portal, man. And we got some folks coming in. And that's what I was finna ask. I'm sorry, before we got off the subject, I know we got to go. But as a freshman quarterback that's thinking about Miami, and you see them do this, bringing in a kid from another program, you are not keen to sign with them.
I'm just thinking I would if they're on the upward trajectory like they are, like South Carolina is, and they bring somebody in. It's only for one and done. So injury, blowouts, you can get in there, show out a little bit and see what it feels like. I think that would be best for them to sign behind somebody and sit down, kind of like what your boy did with Brett Favre and what your boy did with when the quarterback of Green Bay now sat behind
Aaron Rodgers.
So in that case, yeah, if you're not 100% proven. Now somebody like Juju need to go start. Hey, little man, what's going on, partner?
But see, there you go again, though, Skip, as you see.
That's my daughter.
Oregon quarterback decided to go back. He decided to go back. All right. Now, Raiola, he signed with him. The guy that pulled the came to Georgia that was out at Buford, went to Nebraska. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to back up him. Their third, or he was the backup quarterback now, he's coming to Georgia. You see what I'm saying? Now, we already know he's not finna play because Garner's coming back. You see, so it's like just like musical chairs or wherever you going or whatever you doing, and you trying to just get in where you fit in at, and you're trying
exposure to now.
That too.
There's exposure means a lot also, because all you got to do is show promise. You get what I'm saying? And or you can be drafted as a backup, to the league as you know what? We're going to do this here, because you got to think, your boy that was back there, Brady, and Belichick wanted to bench Brady and put him in, and then the 49ers got him and paid him all that money, and he ended up being a bust. He was drafted as a backup.
Well, this is where we at now.
Well, indeed, I'm going to add this real quick.
It's just we don't know if a kid is staying. We don't know if a kid is going. We don't know if the kid is.
I think when they sign the contract, they ought to lock in for at least 2-3 years.
Well, hang on, but let me add this.
Oh,
shit.
I hear.
I hear you.
I hear you. I hear you.
Good, better.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Take South Carolina. They just got a whole new coaching staff. I mean, offense. We got new offensive line coach, running back, quarterback coach, everything, and our entire offensive line, except for one, jumped in the portal. I think the new guy from Penn State came in and said, "Hey, exactly what Deion did. Hey, y'all ain't gonna be competing in my program. Y'all ain't got what it takes for my program. So you might want to just go ahead and get in the portal if you want to play somewhere."
And he probably did that because of what they didn't do last year. That's what Deion did. Deion, he said, y'all got a culture of losing here. I don't want that. I'm bringing my luggage with me. So some of y'all need to go, and some of y'all can stay and compete. But I'm just letting you know it's going to be a whole new day. And he made it work. I don't think nobody else is going to do what Deion did with the portal. I just don't see it.
But Deion is seeing his situation. He losing players back and forth.
He lost that boy out of IMG Academy.
So it's a lot. That's why I said something has to be done where Skip could call a kid at Georgia and be like, "Hey, we want you to come down here to Miami. We got this going on." And this is going on while they playing football. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
There's no tampering. There's no tampering.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's even crazy. Well, y'all don't have enough respect for a coaches to coaches. You see what I'm saying? Then you get a kid, and now he's a head case, and and so forth and so on. It's just interesting. There's the president of football of what we seeing and what's going on now. We're gonna keep seeing it going on for the foreseeable future until, like you said, Kent, somebody got to get a cap where like Skip stated, $1 to $4 million for this player, so forth and so on for that player.
And it needs to be we need a set itemized list of the number that you can get at each position. Something needs to be like that. But yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Well, fellas, we are getting down.
Get busy.
Yes, we are getting down to kickoff. So for everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We should be back normal time next week. But until then, enjoy the game. Keep the beer cold. And make sure if you're ordering wings, you keep them lemon pepper. Yes, baby. We are getting down to kickoff. So for everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We should be back normal.